Postman, city, hood, click. Let's go.
About humanity, putting truth in these lines, while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is going to send you a big. Lock the door.
Lock the door. Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Bell, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Shout out to my guy, Vladimir Dad. I see you up in there. What's going on with your child? Man, listen, guys, you can go anywhere in the world to get a couple of lies, but you come right here to get the truth, and the truth you shall receive. This is not a glorification or a glamorization. It is always an education. Man, before they had handguns, they had hand guys. Man up. Go on, get on up in here, guys. I appreciate each and every last one. Shout out to the moderators that's joining us. Shout out to the Postmaster General, Vladimir's dad. What's going on? What's going on? Joe Farrow, what's happening? Show me what's good. How you guys doing today on this Friday, man? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. As for myself, I'm doing quite well. Man, you know, may your day be gifted and overflow in abundance and creativity and just having a good heart and a good mind. I just hope all you guys are just having just an awesome Friday. As for myself, I'm doing well spiritually, mentally, and physically. The older I get, the less I feel need to be feel included or accepted. That's the way I feel. Let me get that right. Without a moral compass, the human mind will justify anything. And that's why we're here today. We're here to talk about our guy, Blueface. Yes, Mr. Blueface. Mr. Blueface don't went up and there, got himself sentenced to 4 years in prison after being caught with drug paraphernalia while being on probation. And also, Krishan Rock is not having a good day as well because she was indicted over in Oklahoma on drug charges. They have now extradited her to Oklahoma, so they're not having a good day whatsoever. But the thing about it, guys, I want you to understand it. Most rappers are trapped in the world, in worldly intercourse, because they only rap about sex, money, and drugs. But being caught up in that at the end of the day, because they haven't been socialized. See, when you get these kids this type of money that they get, what is it, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, and they haven't been socialized to handle that type of money, they just go crazy. Look at our NBA young boy. Look at our young thug. Look at all these young rappers that now find themselves in what we like to call, the old folks like to say, he got himself in a pickle. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He got himself in a pickle down there. And we come in and tell, twin, what's happening, man? What's going on with your twin? Shout out to Stan Shepard. My guy, Stan Shepard. How you been, Mr. Shepard? Hope you've been doing well and getting better. Yeah, we're talking about Blueface, Stan. And you know the music better than most, Stan. And you know that a lot of these young guys, they haven't been socialized correctly, or they haven't been trained, or even to deal with the enormous amount of money that some often run to their hands, and a lot of time they get overindulgence in certain things that they cause them problem, become problematic in their life. And is definitely one of them because we saw him play out on the internet in multiple cases and times with him and Christian Rock. They going at it. They both going to jail. They beating each other up. They tattooing each other's faces on each other's bodies, and just it's just one thing after another, you know. But I'm gonna say this: family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's crip. I thought I dropped that in there. Family isn't always blood. Sometimes it's crip. Every rapper though has some type of mental problem. I agree, Stan. I think they all have some type of mental diminished capacity. You know what I mean? Because I mean, just think about it. They really they be so talented in one area, but yet they they fail in other areas of activity of life. And they get caught up in these circumstances, situations. Like I say, most rappers are trapped in the worldly intercourse, and that's because they overindulge in certain things that place themselves in a pickle, and they wind up, like our boy Blueface. I will say this, guys: 4 years for a probation violation is a little extensive. I would like to know who his lawyer was, so we know not who not to hire, because that was a terrible lawyer. For him to wind up with 4 years, unless he had a joint suspension. Now, if he signed off on a joint suspension, then it is what it is. Ain't nothing you can do about that. But now we see that, like, all these different management teams and all these different people that are supposed to have these guys' best interests not really don't really have a best interest, because now I don't know where his management stand this time, or what they're doing to help mitigate this circumstance. I don't know. I have no idea to that, but I will say this: I think they should have saw this storm coming, because there's been countless of days and nights and weeks and months to where this guy has always, at some point, ran afoul or ran contact with the law enforcement. Alonzo Davis, what is a joint suspension? Joint suspension is when you plead to a particular crime, and they suspend your 4 years. In other words, they put it in abeyance. They give you 4 years, but they're going to give it to you right there. So it's like it's in abeyance. So if you mess up during the period of time you on probation, then that 4 years become your reality. That's a joint suspension. She's down the street from your hood in Tulsa. Yeah, and I think they follow. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Oklahoma is one of the states that follow the sentencing guidelines, the federal sentencing guidelines. Certain states use federal sentencing guidelines to administer their law or pass law on individuals. So I'm not really too sure about if they're going to use that, but I believe so. But if that's the case, then uh, plus your new charges, you're right, man. Is he going to state prison or feds? He's going to state prison, bro. He only had drug paraphernalia. Yeah, so he's not going to the feds. There's nothing he did to go to the feds. He hasn't committed no federal crimes. You have to either be some type of white collar crime, or be done something that where you cross multiple state lines, and then you became a forfeiture of infraction of the state line, and then that injects a federal crime right there. So no, I don't think he's committed a federal crime at all. But what do you guys think about it? I mean, just think about who could possibly be his attorney? Here's a guy, pretty known rapper. I'm not gonna say super famous, but famous. And yet he goes up in the court and he gets a 4-year sentence over drug paraphernalia. That just don't. That just seems like really out there to me. Because I've seen people go in there and get 90 days, 30 days. But again, if it was a joint suspension, then that's where things could get shaky for him. Ben Crump, you want to get Ben Crump, man? Ben Crump is on everybody's case, man. I don't know, but I'm gonna tell y'all something about. Uh, Man, Malcolm X said this years ago. Let's see what Malcolm had to say about certain black people. I want y'all to hear this, guys, and I want y'all to really pay attention to what Malcolm had to say. And this is where we fall, right to this very day. Right to this very day.
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
So, and it does have relevancy because here's the thing: a lot of people have been set up to be in certain places and be over certain individuals in the entertainment business, and they represent themselves as either leaders or some type of management or some type of individuals that kind of instruct people how to go through certain business aspects, right? And I use that clip because in what Malcolm was saying, that these proxy leaders or these proxy managers or we don't really know how they get to where they get to, but somehow they get there, and then they become they become running these people's businesses and be over them and be guiding them, so to speak, in the area of music or entertainment or television or whatever. And I'm not talking about anybody specific. I'm just saying over the years we seen how Al Sharpton worked. We seen how Jesse worked. We seen how Abernathy and certain individuals, even in the political system and entertainment, and certain people is always Leo Cohen and different. But when he came up with the 360 deal and all these different people but it was a lot of black people that was under Leo Cohen and Jimmy Iovine that helped find other people that was talented, so they get a bigger taste of the bigger piece of the pie. But at the end, the people that was down there, say for instance, where Blueface is, or where other rappers are, talking about at the lower level, see, because what you want to do is become a Snoop Dogg. You want to become a Ronald Isley or Jay-Z. If you can make it to those levels, because Snoop right now is the most famous rapper in the world. But what he has done successfully is reinvented himself. He's reinvented himself on many cultures, understanding, and decades. Ron Isley, I remember Ron Isley made records in the 50s. He made records in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. The only thing we ever heard about Ron Isley doing, at one time he didn't pay his taxes. Other than that, that man made money in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and he just made another record with 2 Chainz. What was it called, The Plug or something like that? But I'm illustrating all this because a lot of people don't know how to navigate this business called music. That's why it's called music business. There's the talent and there's the business. And if you just focus on the talent side and you don't understand the business side, then you become victim. You get victimized in it. You become You become chopped meat. And then when you get in a circumstance, a situation like Blueface is, then ASSS out. The ass is out, you know? And I don't know, what's going to happen at this point. Hopefully that he's able to, all right, hopefully he's able to file an appeal and get his probation reinstated because they could have reinstated his probation. Why they didn't do that? Who owned the rights to his music? Who owned his catalog? Who's taking percentages out of his earnings and his talent? All that play a part. I'm telling you, this stuff is tricky, guys. It's tricky. It's real tricky, and nobody's going to tell you what to do. You have to learn that, and everybody learns it usually the hard way because there's a book I think it was written by Kashif. He's wrote one of the most detailed books about being in the music business and understanding it from a beginner's point all the way up to where you become advanced in it. So he wrote a real detailed book about it. But most of the guys, they don't read and write, they fight and shoot. And when you get caught up in that mix, we all know what the outcome is. You wind up in another place. Let's see, Las Vegas. A bench warrant was issued Thursday for the rapper Blueface for an alleged probation violations, according to court records. Street Legend Film. California wants the whole world on either probation or parole. Yeah, you're right, bro. That's definitely what they want. Used to work with you, Blueface dad. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's another part that's missing. Maybe his dad wasn't there to, give him that love and that wisdom and that be that confident, because I tell you guys, a lot of people that you think that they in your corner, they mean well, but really they don't. They there to keep themselves, get their plate full and their refrigerator and freezers full of meat and whatever they need to do. But you become a sacrificial lamb or something, sacrificial lamb. But anybody got any questions on this Blueface or add to it, because I dropped a link in the chat. Anybody want to join me and discuss this in further detail? You can. You're welcome. You're welcome to jump right in. But I had to come in and say something about it because I see he's a young man that's out there making music and, and buying houses, but get he got a couple of girls pregnant. Then that's a whole nother problem. Then he had just purchased a home for the one lady, right? What's gonna happen to that? What's gonna happen to that? And remember, he had what did he have? A Blueface fish market or something? Soul food place out in Santa Clarita? I don't know. I knew it was something. Maybe that. Soul food restaurant. I don't know if that's still even around. Gotta find a way to make that money keep going. I know that's money. But because that rap money, man, if you don't know what you're doing, it will leave you quick, fast, in a hurry. OG man, always said we keep it 100. What's up, man? Yeah, we just chopping it up about old Blueface. Blueface got over about 4 years, man. He got no, he ain't involved. In fact, he was going to be his manager until White 100 came on the scene. Okay. Crip Mac, Blueface, and Jap 5 making music on money all locked up. That's funny. Yeah, but the thing about it, Crip Mac is going to be in the feds, and I think Jap 5 is already in the state, and Blueface is on his way. So, yeah. Yeah, you feel bad for him, Jam? Yeah. Yes, it's a whole lot of cats like him, Jam, because they just be information poor and they think that it'd be like the drug dealer syndrome. The drug dealer syndrome, where they have so much money, they think that their money is going to save them from most any and everything. And then when the federal government dropped that hammer, they realized that their money don't mean nothing. It's just fool's gold. I was also looking at some of the cats that was in ADX, and I've been going over that as well. I think my next story will be on um, Dr. York, Dr. Malachi York. Interesting character right there. Interesting character right there. He has 135 years. He's in ADX, but I'll leave that to another day. We're gonna get on to him because that dude right there was a monster. He was a monster. But yeah, where's his dad at now, though, Aldrich? Are you still in communication with his dad? Because I've seen, isn't his mom now on that podcast with the Tokyo Tony girl and Rick Ross' ex-wife, the Bitter Baby Mamas? I don't know. They got like a podcast or something, right? Anybody seen that? Where they just talking? Oh, you lost contact with him like 2 years ago. Man, that's too much. But what you think about all this? Or just what you think about what should have had to happen with Blueface? I mean, shouldn't he have had a proper representation? Shouldn't his attorney fees should have been paid, and he should have been represented right? Because for a 4 year about a 4 year sentence for a drug paraphernalia, that's extreme. He did the crime. Now he's got to do the time, huh? You got to put the prison Bruce on. Yeah, I hate to even think about that because I know that's a difficult time, and it's not pretty. And people generally start talking to you any old kind of way, and they want to take from you and all that stuff. What up, Aldrich?
What's up, man? I'm driving, so don't be disrespected by the fact that I'm not looking at you.
Okay, no problem.
All
What's
right,
going on?
no, I don't want to blurt out the business that I worked at, but his father is his name is Jonathan Porter Jr. His father's name is Jonathan Porter Sr. Cool dude, but he was his. In fact, he hit me to his son before Wack came on the scene, and I went on YouTube and I looked and seen he had little videos. All the every rapper's on YouTube now. You know what I'm saying, before they really blow up, and so he showed me personal pictures with him. And he was mapping out, he was trying to be his advisor, trying to map out how they would sell merchandise. But when Wack 100 had discovered him and reached out to him, Wack and Birdman pretty much started taking over the managerial aspect the way he was explaining it to me. He's an involved father. And truthfully, my observation is I don't know all their business, but the mother, I think she got like kids by like multiple more men, and because I even asked him, I said, you seem like a responsible father, and how exactly is your son over here cripping? And I think it's he kind of accepted that it was it's just kind of a part of the whole game and the aura that you present in rap music. Because like I said, I don't know dude well. I'm not gonna claim to be best friend, but he he got his head screwed on straight, and he's an involved father. So he didn't just
You know
grow
what?
up.
The crazy part, I don't even think he even lived in schoolyard. I think he's always lived in the valley, you know. And I think sometimes rappers think that in order to be a successful rapper, they have to propose to some neighborhood, you know, and foster some type of marriage or some type of
Yeah,
union,
yeah,
you
yeah. That's
know,
what I
for them
think.
to be more credible.
Yeah. Also, commenting on what you said, even if you got great parents, fame is a drug. It's like being strung out on cocaine. So, some fame and some money at a very young age, along with trying to, perpetrate that gang persona, he can easily get caught up in a lot of things. So it's not necessarily reflective that he had a bad family and whatnot, because it's, the fame can really just go to somebody's head and have them out here doing things, especially if you come into it at a young age.
Right.
Because he had actually went to one of the historically black colleges and was a quarterback in one of them HBCUs down there in Carolina before he came back to LA and tried to become a rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just reading. Who is this, Joe Farrell? This Christina Evel, a former Clark County special public defender, expertise in aggressive trial firm. Was that his attorney? Because if she sucks.
All right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and leave and get back to driving. But I just wanted
but answer this one question. What do you think about him receiving 4 years for drug paraphernalia? Don't you think that's a little extensive?
Yeah, it is excessive, but I don't follow everything he's doing, but I think that might be because on top of other stuff he's gotten caught doing. Maybe they're trying to make an example out of him because of other
So what you
things that
saying?
he's
They could
gotten
have gave
caught
him a
doing.
bundle. They could have gave him a bundle.
Yeah, it's like I think he's on probation because he had that incident in Vegas. You know what I'm saying to you? So I even these law enforcement agencies, as you very well know, they are motivated by public relations, trying to gain some fame, because anybody with half a brain would know C-Mac is not somebody that needed to be. He's not some major figure that the feds needed to be really trying to set up on nothing. That's more
That was ridiculous too.
that's more public relations motivated. That's more
Right.
public relations motivated, because he's not some big time gangster. So
Yeah.
so these
It's all
police
loud.
departments.
At the end of the day, it's
Yeah,
loud.
yeah. Well, these local and these federal agencies, they're trying to grab headlines themselves and gain some fame. So that's why I think that, and you got these ambitious district attorneys and whatnot. They trying to make a name for themselves.
Yeah. When you get a chance, just look up the guy, Malachi York, man.
Yeah, I know Malachi Z. York is the New Wabians.
Yeah. Oh man, just a complete monster. A complete monster.
Yeah, I remember when they arrested him. I tell you something. You can kind of see it coming. They did the same thing to that white dude who was he was like the traditionalist Mormon. Anytime you see Inside Edition of several, like it was like 3 or 4 different news shows focusing in on this so-called cult. They were just showing the New Wabians down there in Georgia that preceded him getting arrested. All right. And the same thing happened when they came after that Mormon with all those wives down there in Utah. It was 3 or 4 different episodes on him. Oh, he's enslaving these girls. I'm not justifying what they're doing, but they're trying to destroy the person's character before they come and arrest them.
Yeah, I just was looking at the what was it? NFA, don't F around with us.
Yeah, the not fucking around coalition.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Grandmaster Jay. I was very suspicious of that organization, because that dude just came out of nowhere, walking around brandishing guns, and he got in front of a news camera talking about he's been in contact with Pakistan and China. What idiot is gonna get up there and tell you that I'm in contact with foreign powers who want to give me weapons? I mean, I think that dude was a provocateur personally.
Yeah,
Either that or he just straight
nobody does
dumb.
that. Nobody does that and get away with it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Audrey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you,
All right,
man.
I'll holler at you, brother Mel.
Okay, drive safe. Yeah, man. That door. that F around people, man. Yeah, that's a black coalition, man. Yeah, y'all go look them up, y'all. That's all I can tell you. Go look them up. I don't know what type of drug material did he have. I just know that they just said drug paraphernalia, but so the case is out of Vegas, not Los Angeles. Or did he have something ongoing in Los Angeles, both Los Angeles and Nevada? Yeah, we was finally put a face on Aldris, and we saw who Aldris. He jumped in there. Yeah. So what you guys got going this right on Aldris? What you guys got going on this Friday night? It's Friday night. Money in your pocket. Just got paid. What's your plans? Y'all going to the Carolina West? Sorry, it's closed. Back in the day, we used to go to Carolina West, Osco's, let's see, the Covitis, Disco 9000. There was just a multitude of clubs you could go to. What is that?
Travis Scott.
Oh yeah, Travis Scott was arrested and Nelly was arrested. All these rappers. Travis Scott, man, how do you go away to Paris, France, and get in a fight with your bodyguard? Well, I think that's what he got a pink Cadillac. Yeah, not that Professor. What was his name? Not Grandmaster J. Not that one. Not that one. I know what you're talking about, X-Clan, right? Yeah. Yeah, how do you go way to France and you go over there to enjoy watching the Olympics, having a good time, but you get in a fight with your bodyguard? I tell you, these rappers is too much, man. They too much, man. They so want to be gangster. They so much want to be this and that, but all the time, they just kids with a lot of money and no direction. NBA young boy, you saw what he did. He's sitting over there. What was he? Was he in Utah? Like, what was he doing in Utah, out of all places? Oh, the pink Cadillac. Oh, the club and the pink cat. Oh, the club. Okay, got you. They had the pink Cadillac out there in Mobile. Yeah, I used to hear about that club. They had to shut that down. Yeah, but Travis Scott way out there in Paris, France. Now he in jail, but he got millions. I guess he'll be okay, right? Right. Roy, what's going on, bro? Yeah, I should hear stories about that jam, about that pink Cadillac out there in Marina Valley. That was a cold hole in the wall. Well, nothing like the Carolina West. Carolina West was like top dog. So as I mentioned it, my wife, she got excited. That was her favorite spot. That was her favorite spot, was the Carolina West, the Carolina West. Uh, I like what you're doing to me, baby.
Don't even start it. Just be
Up and down my spine. That was her favorite song. Hey, but back then, guys, listen, I used to be up in the Carolina West, right? I used to get suited, be tied. Oh, man, I used to go down aviation with a Slim Jim and knock everything on aviation by myself because I didn't like having no crime, you know. We don't want nobody telling on me. I used to go up down aviation, boom, boom, purses, wallet, money, fur coats, leather coats, guns, everything. I used to be surprised at all some of the stuff people used to just so stash. They used to stash it under the front seat, and sometimes they just put it in the glove compartment, or they just lay the jackets and the fur coats in the back seat. I just keep scoop up all that, man. I used to come up off of that. Because just think about it. It was the 70s. No, the 70s, early 80s, 70s. Yeah, 70s. 79 to be exact. Cleaning up. While everybody in there partying. I'm walking down the street. I got the Slim Jim. I got the Slim Jim. I got the Vice Grips, and I got the Gizmo. And there ain't no car I can't get in. None. And it ain't no car I can't roll off in if I needed to do that too, you know. A lot of that stuff I learned from Turtle, but the main guy that taught me how to knock cars was a guy named Anthony McAllister. Spark, rest in peace. Spark, he was from out of the Nutties, man. He was real good. Spark, man, one time knocked the car. People was in the house. They was eating dinner. They eat dinner, right? They got the window open and the car is sitting literally right there. And me and him creep up. I get the pass out. He get the drive side. We get in. And when we look up, they like all just looking at us. The whole family looking at us. We backing out the driveway in the car. Bah! They was in complete shock. They couldn't move. It was almost like they couldn't even move. Yeah, people used to hit, man. You know what though, Jan? I only went to the strip club. I could count on one hand how many times I ever went to a strip club. That's just something that just ain't never moved me because I looked at it as it's not a great exchange, right? I come in there, I got money, right? And what do they got? You know, I'm gonna give them my money. They gonna give me a Hard Johnson. They keep my money and I keep my. Nah, that's a bad exchange. I ain't doing that. Nope, not doing it. Not me. I can do without that. Is there a limit to the money? You know what? There used to be didn't be a limit. Like when I was in the feds, you can have tens of 20, 30, 40, $100,000 on your books, but somebody messed that up. I know Rayful Edmonds messed up the phone system in a lot of the visits. He messed that up because of him. And I think you told me something about somebody had some money on their books. Was that you? Yeah, how much he had? He had $100,000 on his books, and he was selling drugs while in the federal prison, but he was putting all the money on his books. He had like 100 G's on his books. So yeah, that right there, like, they ain't playing that no more. They ain't playing that money game. You ain't gonna use the federal government to be selling your drugs and banking with them. Same time. Use the BOP as a banking system. Yeah, the parking lots was popping, man. They was popping, man. I can imagine some of the people, some of the people might say, man, that's what happened in my car. The postman. Now, one time I was on there on aviation, and I'm in the car, I'm ducked down, and I hear some people coming. So I'm laying in the car. I'm saying, dang, I hope this ain't that car. And right when I say that, I hear LAP, rah, rah, the radio. They looking. They looking for a cat burglar. Man, the people walked past me. I heard them got out that car and went back the other way because LAPD went up the street somewhere, shining light, looking. Well, I was actually behind them, but they went forward, so I was able to go back the other direction, slip into my car and pull off. Yeah, yeah, that was some good old things. Uh, but anyway, guys, I hope you guys had a good time. I mean, we got to share some things and we learned some things. You know, you got to learn a little personal things about me this time. You know, I don't usually share any personal things about myself, but I thought it was kind of funny. I was feeling a little bit humorous, right? I appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Continue to increase in intellect, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and purify your hearts and purify your minds. Let your entry be by the gate in truth and honor. Likewise, let your exit be by the gate in truth and honor. And if you need, may God grant you an authority to aid you in your most critical hour of need, because at some point we all gonna need somebody or something to intersect or intervene on our behalf. So with that being said, don't mind me just watching, but go ahead and lock that door.
Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the feds get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. I leave bad man and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking, and I don't talk about it. I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Reach for the low.
Lock the door, because we are gone.